Workflow is a perfect tool for planning and automating marketing campaigns. It facilitates systematization of every intricate processes. You can adjust the workflow so you can create effective marketing campaigns. Automated workflow is an expanded version of automation rules. Despite the fact that both features, workflow and automation rules, have the same purpose, they function separately. In order to create such campaign, you need to go to Automation Processes, choose Workflows on the upper ribbon, and you can create your new workflow campaign from this place. To do that, you need to click Add New Workflow. You can create up to 5 campaigns. You can also find here all campaigns that you have created earlier. You can edit it or go through the statistics of each campaign. You will be redirected to the dashboard on which you can build up campaign by dragging and dropping chosen elements. You can find 4 tiles above the dashboard: Settings, Elements, Active, and Save. In the settings, you can type in the name of the campaign. Later on, you can find the workflow campaign in the system under this particular name. You can find elements above the desktop and on the right side of the screen. Click the tab. The list of elements will unfold. Elements meaning events, conditions, actions, and end weight. Active button activates the campaign once it's created. Save button saves the created campaign in the system. You need to remember that you can save the campaign if there is at least one element that ends the campaign. On the dashboard where you drag elements, you can find Start. There is information that workflow must start from an event and contact must fulfill all conditions from the event to be added to the workflow. Events are marked blue. They start processes in workflow and they can trigger actions. A contact needs to fulfill the conditions to go through the stages in the campaign. You can add one or more events after start and join it with an arrow. Conditions are marked orange and they can determine the situations after which the action has to be done. The whole contact card is checked during verification if a user fulfills the condition. There's no limit if it comes to adding conditions to workflow campaign. Actions are marked green. It is an activity directed towards contacts if all elements accord with each other. You can interlace actions, events, and conditions and create various combinations. You can activate many actions at once. And finishes workflow. You can finish the whole campaign or its stages. As I have said before, you need to place at least one end to the campaign to save it. Chains of elements without end will remain active. However, contacts that have reached the end will be removed from the workflow campaign. They can start all over again if they fulfill the conditions. Wait sets back checking conditions and triggering actions. In the settings of this element, you can indicate the time of waiting. All those elements I have discussed need to be joined with arrows, so we will end up into one big element that is campaign. This is an exemplary workflow campaign. It starts from an event. Contact was tagged with. In the settings of the event, you can find specified name of the tag. The name is in the text field. Then, the event was connected to an action, send email to a contact. In the settings of the action, you can specify which email will be sent to contacts, choose the email from the drop-down list. Then you need to set time of the highest activity of contact. You can choose the day and or time. Tick the second checkbox. And in effect, the copy of an email will go to the main owner of contacts. Below you can type in email addresses to which email will be sent as well. Then checking the condition has been delayed for 3 days. We have 2 possible ways from the condition, yes and no. First of all, red X's on the arrows delete the connection between elements. On the label we can see 2 circles with forked arrows. Green arrows determine the path for a situation when the condition was fulfilled. However, the red ones determine the path for a situation when the condition wasn't fulfilled. So no means reverted condition. In other words, what happens if the contact failed to open an email recently? And you need to specify when exactly. If the contact opens an email within specified time, then the campaign ends for such contact in this place and the contact is removed from the campaign. So as you can see, the campaign has further path. After you finish creating the campaign, save it in the system. You can check the statistics for such campaign when you come back to Workflow. Find the campaign and click Analytics button. You will see the whole campaign, and once you hover the cursor over each element, you will see information about the contacts who proceed to next stages. Below you can find detailed comparison about the contacts in each stage in the specified time. You can find more information about Workflow on the website support.salesmanago.pl.